On page 94 in your workbook, you should see Florida. Put your finger if you see Florida. How many of you watch, what is it, Swamp People? No? Yeah? I started watching with my grandma over Thanksgiving. I've never seen before. Or what else is there? Is it Swamp Loggers? Is there such a thing? And then I heard there's something called Swamp Hoggers. Have you heard of that? Holy crap, I love those shows. They're so crazy and great. Okay, so Florida, what this chart is saying, what the picture is saying, the table, the bar graph, it's talking about population. Can I get a hand in there? Can someone tell me that vocab word? What does population stand for? Emily, thanks.
How many people live in that area?
Perfect. How many people live in that area? So it says from 2000 to 2006, they noticed that the population was increasing by 2% each year. 2%, is that big or little? If you got 2% on a test, yay, I got an awesome score. Or, uh-oh, not so good. Big time, not so good, right? But when we're talking population, that can still be a lot of people because they noticed that in 2006, there were how many people? 18 million. That's 18 million, not 18,000. 18 million people. So take your pencil or pen, whatever you're writing with today, and draw a little arrow to 18 million. And then on the bar graph right there, here's 18 million in 2006. Okay, well, they figured out the increase in 2007. So right here, point to, draw an arrow to, this is 2006, 18 million. So to find 2% of 18 million, look, they times by 0.02. Is 0.02 the same as 2%? Yeah, so they just changed it to a decimal. Super friendly, but wait, they got 360,000. That doesn't make any sense. Weren't we supposed to increase? They decreased big time. So look at the next step. What did they do on the next step? Let me change up the colors. So right here, where did this 18 million come from?
They just
Kept it. It was our 2006 population.
And then they
Yes, Josh, good job. Then they added the 360, and this is now the 2007 population, which they wrote right here. Check 18,360,000. Here's the bar graph. Okay, we've got to figure out 2008. Are you ready? Heads up, page 95. We're not going to use page 95, so use that as your scratch work, your scratch paper. So what I write on the board, I want you to write on page 95. So let's start with 2007. So 18,360,000, and we've got to times it by something. Can you get a hand in here? Do you remember what we times by? How much did it increase by every year? Cameron, what do we times by? Perfect, 2%. So times it by 0.02. Okay, stop, catch up with me. I want to see this work out on page 95. Use it as your scratch paper. Once you've written it, type it in your calculator. I'm definitely going to need some help. Actually, I might do these first few on the calculator on the board. So 18,360,000 times 0.02. Okay, I got 367,200. Well, you caught twice, you got to say with me. Okay, good, but we're not quite done, right? We take that 367,200, and what do we do with it? Matt, what do we do? We add it. So, do you realize that your calculator keeps track of what you just typed in? I wouldn't clear it and retype it. I'm going to keep this 367,200 and add in old population, add 18,360,000. Ooh, that is big. So over here, let's fill in 18,727,200 people. Now we've got to eyeball it. We've got to eyeball it on our bar graph. Okay, compared to 2007, it's definitely bigger. Do you agree? But is it tons bigger? No, so let's just go barely above. I'm going to make my little top mark first. So maybe like right there. There we go. Bar graph, we're going to eyeball it. Okay, you ready to figure out 2009? Because if you get it, you can move on. So 2009, start with our 2008 population, so 18,727,200 times it by 2%. 2% as a decimal is what? Shout out, guys. 0.02. Perfect. Thanks, Charles. 0.02. All right, let me, oh, it's still in my calculator. Perfect. So I can 0.02. All right, so 1,544. Okay, you gotta stop and mental check this. That's not our new population. We have one more step for our new population. Charles, what's our next step? Add it. Perfect. So I'm going to keep this increase, 374,500, add it to my population, 18,727,200. Holy cow, 19 million. 101,744. So yes, write it on your table. Now we got to put on the bar graph. Look at your bar graph. See how it goes from 18 million to 20 million? What's in the middle of 18 million and 20 million? 19. Do you agree this is pretty dang close to 19 million? So let's just put that right in the middle of the two. So like right there. Okay, let's do one more and then I'm going to have you work on this with a neighbor. Okay, so 2010. We've got to take this old one, 2009, so 19 million, 101,744. Times it by what, guys? Shout it out. 0.02. 2%. So grab your calculator. Oh, it's in there, yes. 19,101,740 times 0.02. Oh, we got a decimal this time. So 382,034.88. Okay, last step. Last step, don't forget to add. So let's add in 19,101,744. Okay, let's stop and think about this. We're talking population. That's people, right? Can we have 0.9 of a person? No, well, let's round that. So this 9.9, what's that going to do to this 8? Bring it up. So let's change this to a 9. So let's do 483,000. Let's do 779. Okay, real quick, will you put your heads down, cover your eyeballs? Put your heads down, cover your eyeballs. Don't look at me, don't look at each other. How many of you, I got this, I can fill in the rest of the table. I got it. Okay, hands down. How many of you? I'm kind of struggling. Okay, hands down. All right, heads up. Let's work together on the rest of the table.
20, 38, 75, 13.
Wait. That I got lost. Sorry, Joey Chance. Okay, so you're telling me tell me again. 20 million? 20 million. Okay. 385,000. Okay, keep going. 875. Whoa, let me put it over here on the table. 20 million. 385,000. Wait a second. 875. Joey, did you guys just give me 2011? I thought it would be way bigger than that.
No,
That's right? Oh. So,
no, because we got 20,707.
so you guys got bigger. Tell me again, Bailey, what did you girls get?
Well, we haven't done 2015. We got 2014.
What's 2014? 834. So, if we were just predicting, if you had to look at a table and predict, I would say it's probably in the 20 millions. Do you agree with me? Yeah, that makes sense. 20 million, probably closer to 21 million. What I hope you can do is look at graphs and predict. So obviously, if you look at this bar graph, is it getting very much bigger every single time? No, just barely every single time. So we'd probably be like right here-ish for the final answer. Guys, you did fantastic. Okay, pencils down, pens down. Next part, I just want you to watch. Now today we're talking about percent of increase. Guys, did this population increase?
Yes.
Did it increase by a percentage?
No.
Increase by 2% every single year, right? So increase by a percentage. Decrease also. Now what I noticed, I keep telling you, because I'm so proud of you, you are really good at solving proportions, so I'm still going to do a proportion on this, okay? So last week we did is over of equals percent over 100. The percent over 100 is still there, but I'm going to change the other side, okay? Don't worry about writing this down, but I do want you to realize you are going to be pros at increasing and decreasing. Okay, get ready to shout out. Shout out the answer. My next example, is it an increase or a decrease? All right, I started with 10 fingers. Now I have 9 fingers. Is that an increase or a decrease? Decrease, yikes, right? Okay, what if you were reading workbook over the weekend and you're on page 50 and now you're on page 71. Increase or decrease? Increase. What if I weigh myself before my run tonight and then I run and I come back and I've lost 5 pounds? Increase or decrease? That'd be an amazing run. Let's see. What if you had $500 in your savings account? You go shopping, you buy yourself clothes, cats, dogs, a scooter. Now you have $200. Increase or decrease? Okay, so you were good at that. Do you really think? It's pretty obvious. I want to open to page 96 in your workbook. Again, we're on page 96. Okay, I'm gonna, guys, right top right corner, I want you to, this is our new, we're gonna do difference over original equals percent over 100. So right in the very top corner of page 96. Difference over original equals percent over 100. Okay, here we go. First thing, 25 points to 50 points, increase or decrease? Okay, that's the first step. You've got to write that down. So right next to it, just write increase. Okay, now we've got to do the percent proportion. So something over something equals percent over 100. So that 100 is always there. Okay, right up here, the top left corner should be the difference. So what's the difference between 25 and 50? 25. That's it. That goes in the top corner. 50 minus 25 is just 25. Okay, now this one's a little bit tricky. In the bottom, it should be the original. So you just got to think, did you start with 25 points or did you start with 50 points? 25. So that's the original. That's what you started with. So 25 goes there also, conveniently. So what do you think goes here? 50. The 50 is left out. We already used it. We don't know what it is. That's the whole point. Put a variable there. We're looking for the percent. Okay, now we've been doing this for a long time. So we've got 25 times 100 divided by 25. Lauren, what'd you get? Okay, Josh, what'd you get?
X equals 100.
Perfect. One more thing, and I'll call it absolutely perfect. What do you think?
1.
Okay.
Percent.
Yeah, just put in the percentage. So this is your final total answer. You need an increase of 100%. Make sure that is all in your workbooks. Guys, let's jump down to number 3. I'll help you with number 3. Number 3 first. 32 pages to 28 pages. Increase or decrease? Definitely decrease, so you want to put that down first. And then let's talk about our setup. Okay, so I have something over something equals something over 100. 100 is always there. Okay, this top left, that's always the difference. So 32 to 28 pages, what's the difference? 32 to 20? How far is it from 32 to 28? 4. Do you agree with me? So 4 goes here, that's the difference. Okay, original, did you start with 32 or did you start with 28? 32 goes here. So what goes here? X, that's what we're looking for. Okay, go for it, solve it. Cross multiply 4 times 100 divided by 32. Oh, look at all these hands, thanks so much. What'd you get, Chance? Perfect, 12.5. Add one thing, class, what is it? There you go, circle your whole final answer. Curious, how many are like, I think I get this so far. Yeah? Okay, let's do number 5 together. Number 5, the directions have changed. The directions just say find the new amount. So let's use the same setup. Difference over original equals percent over 100. Oh, it's right here for us to remind us. So number 5, 120 books increased by 55%. So should our book collection get bigger or smaller? Okay, so let's think about this. We've got something over something equals something over 100. Red flag. Where do you think this goes? Over 100 because it's got the percentage sign, right? So we know that's the 55 here. Okay, 120 books. Is that the difference or is that the original amount? Original, that's how many we started with, right? So original goes on the bottom. So what do we put up here? There you go, that's what we're looking for. You solve it. Cross multiply. So we've got 120 times 55. Divide that by 100. And then what'd you get?
66.
Wait, that confuses me. 66 books? I thought it was supposed to increase. Didn't that decrease? Guess what? You didn't do it wrong though. That's the setup. But we need one more step. It's kind of like our warm-up. Joey, what do we need to do?
Add 120 to 66.
Joey, perfect! That's your increase. So you've actually got to increase it. So take your 120, add in your new 66 books. We've got an amazing set of 186 books. That's your final answer. So don't forget to increase it. Okay, if it's a decrease, would you add your final answer or subtract your final answer? Subtract it. Okay, one more, and then we'll call it good. How about number 7? Oh, number 7. Aren't you guys so excited to look forward to speeding tickets? Yeah, you go. All right. So it's saying 1 week, 72 people got a speeding ticket.
Wow.
The next week, how many people got a speeding ticket?
36.
Is that a decrease or an increase? Decrease, because hopefully people were slowing down, or else they probably just got smart and started telling people there's a cop right there, right? Okay, so here we go. Let's do difference over original equals percent over 100. Let's start with the original. Is 72 people the original or 36 people? 72, because that's what it started with. The original goes on the bottom. Okay, the top is actually the difference. What's the difference between 72 and 36? You might want your calculators. How many spaces are between 72 and 36? Oh, that's convenient. So 36 right here. So what do we put above the 100? Okay, go for it. Solve it, solve it. So cross multiply 36 times 100 divided by 72. I heard this. 50%, because it asked for a percent right here. How many of you got that? Okay, you are already paired. Work on number 2, number 4, number 6, number 8. Good luck.